Hi everybody, it's Tatiana, and today I'm coming to share with you my reasons for and the rules that will go along with my low buy for 2020. I want to apologize for the lighting situation because my plant light is on behind me and I'm filming in my office because I'm doing this on my break. Yeah, so that means short amount of time to share this info, which is probably a good thing. Why did I decide to do this? I actually came to the realization that this would be a good thing after New Year's Eve dinner with my family, or a portion of my family, in 2019. Every year when I go visit my family, we do, my brother coordinates a very nice sit down meal at a very nice restaurant for us to go to, and we go, we eat, we have a very good time, we have very good wine, very good food, and it ain't cheap which is fine, absolutely fine. I want to say 2018 we went to a restaurant called Eddie V's, and last year 2019 we went to a restaurant called BLT Steak, which is at the Ritz, and every single last thing about that dinner was excellent. From the service to the, even the bartenders, while we were waiting for my brother and his fiance and my nephew to get there, my stepmom and I had drinks at the bar. Everything from start to finish was amazing, including the food. And what I realized after that was, number one, the dinner was damn worth the price. And number two, it would be worth it to have that kind of dining experience a few times a year versus just eating out on the fly because I don't feel like cooking or I want to be lazy. And so in light of that, I said, well, it would be worth it to save the money that I would typically spend just going willy-nilly out to eat for frivolous reasons, not including special occasions or anything like that. To save that money and use it for that type of dining experience that we had New Year's Eve a few times a year versus going out willy-nilly. So that was the first thought behind doing something like this. And then I started thinking about all of the other things that I buy willy-nilly that I could not buy as often or at all and be perfectly fine, especially doing it for a year, which when you think about it, a year really isn't a lot of time. So what I did was I started, jotting down the rules, and then something said, go look, go see YouTube, see what some things were that people have taken out of their daily habits to help get their budget and things under control or whatever. And lo and behold, no buys and low buys are a thing. Had no idea. So after looking at a few of those videos, I came up with some more rules that I would use to help do this year. If you've watched my other videos, rule number one, I don't need to buy any more books, or at least not for 2020. Paper does not go bad. The books that I have been released in the last couple of years are not going to disappear before 2021. And there's always the library. Now this is not going to count. None of these are going to count if I get gift cards. I have gift cards for restaurants that I got for Christmas and for my birthday and for just because from some friends. So that will not count towards that because my friends are great and they understand that I really like pizza and I really like bread, and so they got me some gift cards that are pizza and bread related, and that's freaking awesome. So that's not going to count for this, but I won't be spending my money on eating out, and I won't be spending my money on books. But if I get a gift card for Barnes & Noble, or if I get a gift card for any store that sells a book and I choose to get a book versus getting something else at that store like a Walmart or Target, then I can do that because that's not spending my money on it. Okay, the things that I will not be buying outside of books and eating out outside of special occasions, so birthdays, parties, those kinds of things, that can still happen. I don't need any more makeup. I don't need any more body care, anything. I have enough Bath and Body Works to last me probably for 2 years, if not more, and give some away for gifts. I don't need to buy any more candles. I don't need to buy any more yarn for this year. I am tapped out on yarn. I'm tapped out on space to put my yarn. So I don't need to buy any more yarn. I don't need to buy any more alcohol or liquor, with the exception of brandy, because when I'm sick, I do what's called a toddy shot, and that, unfortunately, in the winter, I go through brandy. So brandy I will have to re-up on, because I don't even think that what I have left in my bottle of brandy is a shot, because I was sick. The first time I recorded this video, this is the second time me doing it, I was sick and I went to edit it and I sound like shit. So I was like, nope, that's not happening. Let's just do this again. I will not be buying any pots, cash pots, vases for my plants, and I will not be buying any plants aside from my wish list plants if they become available, and those are already actually bought one in January, and this isn't starting until February 1, because things happen in January that my stress levels and anxiety levels were through the roof. So February 1 is when this is starting. But my wish list plants, I bought one in January, which was a philodendron micans. I'm also looking for a Monstera Peru, a Hoya obovata, and a ZZ Raven. If those plants make themselves available in my area, because I am not a fan, after seeing other people's experiences of purchasing plants online, I'm gonna get them. I don't need to buy a planner, anything, except for when it's time for me to buy my 2021 planner. I don't need stickers. I don't need kits, nothing. I'm good on planners. Don't need to buy any of those. And I really think that's it, which seems like not much, but there are also some other stipulations that I can buy, but there are caveats that go with that. Of course, I can buy my groceries. I can still get gifts for people, and for right now, what I'm doing to foster me getting gifts, because a lot of my family is out of town, is what I would set aside for a gift budget, I'm using to get Amazon gift cards, so that's what I can use either to give to them or to send them a gift through Amazon. I can of course buy my medications because I need them. I can buy supplies for Buffy, food, her diapers, you know, pee pads, her meds, that stuff is a yes. And when it comes time for me to repot my plants, I'm going to need soil, so I can get the plant upkeep things that I will need for that. But because I'm not focusing on buying plants, once I do that situation in the spring, that's pretty much all I'm going to need. And I'm not going to buy soil until I have used the soil that I have, because yeah, that's another focus on this year as well. Not stockpiling things, but buy when I need it, not buy in case I need it. That's another problem. I can buy office supplies, with the exception of pens. I don't need another pen to save my life, but I do need ink for my printer, so that's the office supply that I can buy. I don't need any paper or any of that. I don't need stamps, all of that stuff I'm good with. So basically the main focus is to buy what I need when I need it, and then use the gifts that I have been given. I was given a gift card to Lowe's, so I can use that to buy plants and plant supplies if need be, and it doesn't take away from my finances, but to basically be more mindful of what I'm using. And why do I need to do this? Because, you know, the thought is you have a job, you pay your bills on time, you take care of your responsibilities as you need to, and don't let anything fall behind. The idea is you can, if I want to get something outside of that, then I can. But when you are someone who has anxiety issues, or excuse me, not you, I am someone who has anxiety issues, and I tend to use shopping as a pacifier for that. And I want to get out of that habit. I have other hobbies that I have not focused on in the entire year almost of 2019. I haven't colored. I haven't spent much time doing doing any kind of crocheting or knitting or playing video games as much as I would like to. I did, do some, but I need to spend time doing those hobbies and things that actually do bring me joy, but they don't give me an immediate reward like shopping does. So I need to take the time and spend my time when I'm having a bad moment doing those things as opposed to shopping, and just being more mindful of that. And that's another thing that I'm not buying. I don't need to buy another coloring book. The bookcase behind me that these plants and this plant light that's probably a piercing in your eye, sorry, are sitting on, the top shelf of that is nothing but coloring books. I don't need another coloring book. I don't need another pencil. I have plenty of blades for my sharpeners. I'm good on all of that. So it's just to be mindful and not be so much of a stickler of things that I definitely can't do and holding my yoke so tight, but just being more mindful. And that's why I'm calling this a low buy instead of a no buy. Now 2021, I may decide that I really liked doing this for 2020, and I may go hard and do a no buy. And if I choose to do that, I'll let you know. But right now, we're just going to try this for 2020 and hope that I keep this in the forefront of my mind when shit happens, so that I don't have the response that I normally have, which is what happened in January, which is completely understandable because, again, this is new. One of my goals for this year is to give myself grace. And even in doing this, I'm going to give myself grace because this is new. So, yeah. That's all that I have for today. I have been talking for a minute. I'm going to go. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good weekend, whenever you see this video. Peace out.